everybody, welcome back. So today I'm doing a review of Gardens of the Moon by Steven Erikson. This is the first book in the Malazan Book of the Fallen series. I think there's more in the series, and I think there's some that come before it, but I think it's a different author. So this is like the first of Steven Erikson's 10 novels with regard to the Malazan series. So Gardens of the Moon, I've read the first 3 books in the series. I read Gardens of the Moon, Deadhouse Gates, and Memories of Ice. And I did enjoy the series, but they were, if you've not read them, they're very dense. And so I had some other reading challenges that I was doing this year, so I decided I needed to kind of set them aside for a minute because I need to finish up my reading challenges. But I am hoping to pick some up again, hopefully later this year or beginning of next year. So I've seen some different reviews and things of the Gardens of the Moon and this series. And what I've kind of gathered, even though I've seen these and everyone kind of has their own opinion and things that they like and they don't like, I could tell you almost everything in the book and it wouldn't be a spoiler, at least for this series overall, because there's so much that goes on. There's so much content and they're so dense. Telling you one thing wouldn't spoil the series. It wouldn't spoil the book because it's like one small part of everything that's going on. So the series, this book specifically takes place at the beginning. There's a big battle. I mean, there's a lot of stuff that happens before that. We have the girl who gets possessed. We have the woman with all the candles, and then comes this big battle. After the battle, it's a pretty epic battle to have at the beginning of a book, and it's actually kind of different. It has the chapter before that talks about the aftermath of the battle, and then the second chapter goes into this is the battle and this is what happened. And you have towers on the moon that are attacking. You have all sorts of creatures and different species. And in the aftermath, you have this guy that got cut in half. And they put his soul into a puppet. So he becomes this kind of creepy puppet guy that escaped death. And the gods are not happy about that. You have a person... This is all after the battle. Obviously, because he got cut in half during the battle. You have this guy who is killed by Sari, who is the girl that was possessed in the prologue. These gods don't like that he died, so they bring him back so that they can manipulate him. So overall, what I would say is that the world building in this book is phenomenal. It doesn't answer a lot of questions. At the end of the book, I was left wondering, what is this world about? I know, just little snippets here and there. The characters are also good, too. The creepy puppet guy, he's really great. Even though he's a creepy puppet guy. He's kind of being hunted because he cheated some god out of his death. So this is what I've decided is kind of the overall theme of this book, and maybe the series, I think it's true for the others too, is that there is this massive world, and the gods of this world are kind of manipulating all of the people and the species in the world, and they're kind of for their own ends. They don't really care about them, because they don't seem to care when people die. There might be one or two that they're we like this guy. We think he could make a difference in this battle, and we'll bring him back. And so you never know. It seems like you never know, if somebody dies, are they dead for good? Or will they come back at a later time? Because maybe some god thinks that this person might be valuable. And so, but that's kind of been set up at the beginning, that this is kind of how this world works. So my overall opinion is that there's this world that's run by these gods who are constantly at war and fighting with each other. And they're using these people and species of this world to their own ends, with no regard for the consequences for those people or how those people's lives are affected. And basically the world is very chaotic. Steven Erikson has his characters that he puts in this world. It's like, this is what living in this world would be like. You know, if you lived in this world, this is what it would be like. And it would be very chaotic, and you would have to make some really hard choices. You would kind of constantly be having to defend yourself or be put in places where you could easily die or that everyone you know could die. So overall, I am enjoying it. I have to admit, like, these books are hard to get through. Like I said, I read the first 3 this year, and I'm planning to pick up the next book at some point. Maybe before the end of the year, and maybe not. It depends. Like I said, I have some reading challenges that I'm finishing up this year, and then when I'm done with those, which I hope to be done this month or next month, then I can maybe pick some of those up. Alright, so that's my kind of review. I feel like I said, I'm not sure what else to say about it. There's so much going on. It's so complex, and they're certainly hard to get through. But those are kind of my basic thoughts about this first book in the series. And I really do, I do like it. And, you know, with the second and the third book, I am learning a little bit more, but I still feel like there's so much that I don't know and I don't understand. Hopefully that will just come as I continue the series. So that's my review of the book. Thanks everybody for watching. If you liked the video, please like and subscribe.